we're going around building our hopes on material things. But tonight, I come back to tell you that you need to build your hopes on a solid foundation. And in thinking about that, it reminds me of a story of the wise man and the foolish man. The foolish man said that there is no God. But the wise man said before there was a when or where, before there was a then or there, my God stepped down through 42 generations, hung, bled, and died out on a hill called Calvary from the 6th to the 9th hour, that you and I might have a right to the tree of life. And tonight we want you to build your house not on something that's going to give away, not on friends because they'll leave you, not on your bank account because it'll soon run out. Oh, y'all hear me tonight? But build your hopes on a solid foundation. And that solid foundation is Jesus. And this is what we are saying. Build your more about it. Listen. That rock is Jesus. He's the one. Oh, yes, he is. That rock is Jesus. He's the one. Oh, yes, he is. I know he is. So every day of your life, you ought to live. Your house. Hey, hey, hey. Build your house. I don't sing it sad tonight, but live. Tell y'all a story. Somebody didn't understand my first little story, but I'm gonna break it all the way down to you. Y'all come on down. Bring me down here. Once there were 3 little pigs. The first pig said, I'm gonna go out and build me a house. He went out and he gathered up some straw. Y'all know the story already. And he came back and built his house. Well, just as soon as he got his house built, the old big bad wolf was back up in the woods just laughing. Ha, ha, ha. And old wolf came out late that night and he huffed and he puffed. and he blew his house in. Well, the second little pig said, I'm going to use more sense than that. He went out and he got him some wood and some nails and a hammer. And he built his house. Old Woods was sitting back up in the woods, howling again. And as soon as he got his house built, it wasn't quite as easy for the wolf, but he came out and he huffed and he puffed. He huffed and he puffed and blew that second little pig's house in. Well, the third little pig said, I'm going to act like somebody that's got some good sense. And he went and got him some mortar and began to mix the mortar. And he dug him a deep hole and laid him a solid foundation. God Almighty. And then he got him some bricks. And brick by 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 brick. He built his house. I feel like telling this thing tonight. Old Big Bad Wood was sitting back up in the woods then. He said, I'm going to wait till it get real late. And he came out late that night. And let me tell you what he did. He huffed and he puffed. 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 He huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and huffed. But did nothing happen. Let me break it down to you. Come on down. Bring it on down. You see, that's the way we are. We'll build our hopes on that little bank account. And sickness will come. And we'll have to draw it down to 0, 0, 0. Well, I got a good husband. He's been with me for 15 years. I don't believe he's going to leave me. But something will happen, and it'll cause you to have to lean on Jesus. That's why I want to let you know tonight, this is what you got to do. Every day of your life, just build your house. Every day of your life, on a solid foundation tonight. Yeah. Up on the solid rock. I think you ought to say it just one more time. Why don't y'all help us say it tonight? I know you know it now.